Xpeng is running Tesla Playbook for world domination. The robot is hard to ignore. Its unmistakably female form stands out with its nearly uncanny proportions and realistic Model X gait. The 5'4" iron robot's appearance and walk were so convincing to the public that journalists and influencers inside and out of China were convinced that rising automaker Xpeng hired a woman to wear a cosplay-esque morph suit and robotically do a supermodel walk across the stage of its new auditorium, like a more convincing version of Tesla's first appearance with its Optimus robot. But whether or not you believe Xpeng's robot is fake, and from seeing the unit in person, it appears to be the real deal, at least when it comes to its ability to walk. The headline-making robot is important in a lot of ways. Sure, Xpeng's own development team can't really give a good answer yet as to why they designed the robot to look the way it did. Additionally, Xpeng remains unclear about the commercial viability or path forward for the robot itself, aside from a vague promise to mass-produce the androids and sell them in 2026. But the whole project speaks volumes about Xpeng, which used the recent AI Day event in Guangzhou to break into the global consciousness for the first time. Xpeng's robot project may be unclear, but like Tesla, it clearly wants to be more than just a car company. Yet, unlike other car companies turned tech giants, Xpeng's path forward seems far more viable than what I've seen from other brands, especially Chinese ones that are flailing for profits, relevance, and attention in a market that is turning into survival of the fittest. After spending the better part of a week at its new Guangzhou World HQ, I think Xpeng could be the one to watch, both in and outside of China. It's clearly using Tesla's playbook, except Xpeng might be a faster reader, with better comprehension. What is Xpeng? There are a lot of Chinese EV companies, so I'm not going to hold it against you if you've never heard of Xpeng. The brand calls itself a tech startup, although at 11 years old and more than 800,000 vehicles sold around the globe, I think we're a little well beyond the title of startup. The brand sells a full line of tech-forward EVs, and now plug-in hybrids and extended-range EV models as of this year. All of them fall into a sort of near-premium-ish space in China. It's directly analogous to Tesla's market position, with refinement and a focus on technical gadgetry rather than outright luxury. Famously, a former Tesla engineer was accused of stealing the autopilot source code and selling it to Xpeng, but Xpeng says it has respected the intellectual property of all parties. Tesla and the engineer eventually settled the lawsuit in 2021. Recently, Xpeng has taken steps toward expanding outside of China with its line of moderately priced midsize and compact SUVs. Success has been modest in Europe, with Xpeng's deliveries hitting more than 25,000 units outside of Europe this year. Then Xpeng's roughly $18,000 Mona M03 sedan showed up. In a little over a year, Xpeng has sold 200,000 examples of that car, and has plans for the model to enter other markets outside of China. Recently, it unveiled a max version of the Mona M03, which adds Xpeng's Level 2 assisted driving features, at the time not super common in such an affordable car. Despite those wins, it's hard to stand out in the very crowded Chinese automotive space. That's why Xpeng is clearly looking beyond cars. Xpeng's approach to autonomy, AI, lidar, and more. In China, semi-autonomous and self-driving technology is practically a prerequisite for any car maker. No, really, it's hard to think of a car brand in China that isn't making its own foray into above Level 3 autonomy, meaning hands-off and eyes-off driving. The only thing holding it back is government regulations. Source: reposted and summarized from Kevin Williams at insideevs.